love you, Ben.
I love you, too.
Thank you, dear God. Thank you.
Third floor, Mrs. Davidson.
Mom, Ben just asked me to marry him. What? Engaged? And you're the first to know.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait till your father comes home tomorrow.
Mom, I have to call Becky.
Well, right, but you'll call me back.
Okay, bye.
Hello?
Becky, he asked.
What? Ben asked me to marry him, and I said yes.
Oh, Lord. If you were over here, I'd give you the biggest hug.
Aside from my mom, you were the first person I called.
Well, I'll take a back seat to her anytime. Listen, I have kind of a secret, too.
Yeah?
Russ and I are planning on getting married.
See, everything's working out for the best.
Right. Listen, let's get together tomorrow. We can talk, okay?
You're still the best friend I ever had. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's Friday, it must be home.
You're back.
Yes, come here.
Well, how'd it go?
St. Louis has heard great things about me, and in Columbus I ran into an old school chum.
Who was that?
Jack Franklin, Fat Jack, remember?
Who could forget? What's he do now?
He's the station manager. Chalk one up to experience. Never call a potential employer Fat Jack.
Come on, I bet he was thrilled to see you.
Well, everyone was very nice on the trip. But don't call us, right?
Be patient, honey.
What else can I be? We've got house payments to meet, other monthly obligations, and 4 hungry mouths to feed.
3, dear.
What? Uh-oh. What's up your sleeve now?
Just sit down. I've got some news.
Where's the cream?
You'll want this cup strong, Scott.
Oh.
Ben and Lori are engaged. I knew you'd be happy.
Well, of course I'm happy for them, but it was inevitable. But, oh, the first time I saw them together, I knew it would happen. But how are we going to pay for the wedding?
Don't worry about that now. Just enjoy the moment.
Okay, sorry.
Hi. Oh, I'm beat.
You look terrible.
So do your eggs.
See, it's about 9:30. You got about 4 hours of sleep last night.
Oh, is that why I'm so tired?
Rough cutting.
I thought I needed more iron.
So where were you?
You hit me if I tell you I don't remember?
Guess what would the coach do if he knew how late you get in?
What was that? Was that a threat?
He'd kick you off the team, wouldn't he?
Pass the salt. I don't particularly care. or know what the coach might do right now. I have more important problems on my mind.
Well, besides my eggs, what's the worst of your problem?
Scholarship that never was.
Russ, you'll get something. Come on. I talked to Lori last night.
I
She
thought we
called.
weren't gonna talk about her anymore.
Fine. We won't talk about Lori. We won't talk about your problems with the scholarship. You can just go outside and sulk, and I'll sit home and change the sheets. Russ, how can I tell you what fun it is to share my life with you?
Becky, come on. I'm sorry. I'm just not one to sit down with a person and talk things out. I never had a friend that close before.
You apologize and I forgive. Russ, it's a circle that's a lot harder on me than it is on you.
I mean it. I'm sorry.
You know that I love you.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk. What did Lori have to say?
She and Ben are getting married. She was ecstatic. She called me up and she said, Becky, he asked me, he asked me, he asked me. She's like a little kid. Of course, I don't think I'll be the maid of honor. That didn't come up, but maybe I forfeited that when... Careful, honey. You make a scene now and it'll be the first time I don't forgive.
So much for talking things out.
Come on, Russ.
Becky, don't worry about it, huh? I don't care. Hey, it's obvious how she feels about him. I mean, he is everything that she wanted, you know? I'll dance at their wedding.
Russ.
If I'm invited to it. There. Shower.
It's nerves, kid. Relax.
Yes?
Doctor, I have a woman out here with a heart condition.
Send her in, please.
I'm having trouble thinking straight. I'm not happy alone. I need attention.
We have a lot to talk about.
I know. What about my school?
My practice,
Well, what about my father?
the ceremony,
Money,
a home,
my life.
our life. You want me to talk to your father?
When you think the time is right.
Well, I think the time was right before I asked you to marry me, which means I'll talk to him as soon as possible.
I love you.
Where's Nancy?
Just left for a luncheon date.
She was just in Peter's room.
Just now?
Yeah, I wanted to ask her what she was doing in there.
I don't like what you're thinking, Scott.
Money's been disappearing somehow, Terry. I don't like to think about it either, but what other explanation could there be?
Blaming my sister is just a bit too convenient, don't you think? You don't have a bit of evidence.
Then what was she doing in Peter's room?
I won't have you calling my sister a thief.
And I won't have her violating my son's privacy.
Now, wait a minute, Scott.
Now, you wait a minute. She's your sister. You better do something about her, or I will.
Look, Peter, Pam Schilling's having a party this weekend. Parents are going away and we'll have the whole place to ourselves. If you'll go with me, I'll forget about the other night. Half the school's gonna be there. Brass, booze, and Pam's parents have cable television.
What's that mean?
Well, we won't be watching Disney.
Oh.
Well, I gotta be going.
Okay.
So how's the rabbit doing?
Well, we have other tests than those nowadays.
Yeah, I know that. Your nurse told me that last time I was here. But do you have the results?
Yes, I have the results.
Becky, do you mind if I ask you a few questions first?
Well, couldn't you just give me the results?
Well, the pelvic exam is positive. But that by itself doesn't prove anything, not since you told me you were using contraceptives. However, there is HCG in both your blood and your urine test. And that, coupled with the morning sickness, the tenderness you're feeling in your breast, well, there's no question that you're pregnant.
You know, you think that you're ready.
Becky, I know I fulfill my personal role, but I really would like to help. Now, if you can't afford proper prenatal care, if you need counseling or financial assistance.
Well, look, I can take it from here. It's all right. You're very kind, but do you mind if I just stay here for a couple of minutes, okay?
Sure. I'll go down the hall and get you something to drink.
Well, I don't know how much I've got here. I think I might have to ask you to help me pay for these drinks.
No, I got the check.
Really? Yeah, you're just as broke as I am.
I got a loan from a friend. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good then. How many more afternoon drinks can fit into this loan?
Well, I would say, by the way you drink, about 2 hours worth.
Right. Fraternities always did love me because I could drink anywhere under the table.
I can see why.
Listen, we could do it Monday.
Where'd you go to school?
Forest.
Honeyland.
Okay, you're right. After about 3 weeks of job hunting and scrounging around with all my purse, I do admit it. So what, the real world is a nightmare, and I figure soon I can buy my way out of it.
I got a plan. I've never had money like you, but I'm a great people watcher. And I think I've just discovered the key to power.
Nancy, how many screwdrivers is that?
No, seriously. I mean it. Power is access to information. So if you know things before other people, you're one step ahead of the ball game. You can plan your resources and you know where to go.
You sound like a blind Sunday.
Miriam, don't be so stupid.
Oh, would you just make some sense?
Your father's got Hollister Mall, right?
Right.
So what's a mall? Mall stores. Small stores looking for small leases. So we get in on the ground floor and we get the franchisers in at a lower price.
What do you mean lower?
Well, you just wheel and deal with your daddy and get a price and we just skim a little off the top.
Okay, I've never pretended to be snowbike, but cheating on my father?
No, it's not cheating, really. He's got this mall, he's got to fill it anyway. So we fill it for him. We're going to earn every penny we make. Besides the fact that any entrepreneur in his right mind is just going to want to wine and dine the likes of us. So we get free meals and free drinks along the way. It'd be a lot of fun, really. What do you think?
I think we can still catch Daddy in his office.
Good.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Where's Mom?
Visiting your grandmother?
What you doing?
I'm working on a budget that isn't balancing.
Figured in the wedding yet?
Peter, I'm aware of my liabilities. I just need a few more assets right now.
You know, speaking of missing assets, I'm looking for $30 that was in my sock drawer. It's gone.
When did you first realize it was missing?
2 days ago. I was going to ask Mom if maybe she saw it in my jeans when she did the laundry.
She didn't mention anything about it.
Well, you think I could borrow some money? I'd like to go to the football game.
Oh, sure. Here, is that enough?
Yeah. Dad. What with Lori getting married and all, I've been thinking. I'm kind of growing up myself, you know.
Maybe that explains the extra razor in the medicine cabinet, huh?
Well, what I mean is, you know, I'm going to be 18 soon, and I just want you to know that I look forward to all the freedoms, privileges that go with, you know, being that age.
Such as?
Well, I don't know, starting with the 12 o'clock curfew, that's a good place to start.
Oh, I'll think about it.
Well, now look, I've been real responsible in the past.
I said I'd think about it.
Maybe you could make a decision in, say, the next 24 hours? Dad, you're a newsman. Now, you know, you're used to working under deadlines.
Oh, you like deadlines, huh?
Can't get the job done without them.
Set time and a set place.
Right.
You're really seeing that we all need curfews, right?
Tell you what, Dad, why don't you just take all the time you need with this one, okay?
Lori and Ben are getting married.
Oh, Terry, that is wonderful news. Oh, big wedding?
Well, I don't know. Lori just called me last night about the news, and I don't even think she's decided yet.
Well, I want to help with the expenses.
No, Scott wouldn't allow that.
I'm surprised Scott's allowing the wedding at all.
Well, he does have reservations. But, Mother, I have a good feeling about this, and you know how flawless my intuition is.
And what does your flawless intuition say about Nancy coming to the wedding? You are underestimating the trouble Nancy can cause. She's already coming between you and Scott.
She is not, and I would never allow that. Mother, this is a time for us to be sticking together to help Nancy, and here you are drawing battle lines. I mean, you won't even try talking out your problems with her.
I stopped having problems with Nancy once I faced the fact that she was a self-serving troublemaker and beyond my help. Terry, she doesn't belong here, not in this house, not at your daughter's wedding. Oh, Terry, this is a joyous time, and we're not going to spoil it by talking about anything but Laurie and Ben, okay? Case closed.
Turkey snackers?
They're sweeping the South.
Never heard of them.
They're these little bite-sized pieces of turkey covered with a special Oriental sauce. And look, the brains behind this franchise are incredible.
Any of the brains involved happen to be in the family?
No blood relatives?
Brother-in-law, right?
Oh, Daddy? Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me. Could we talk to you a moment privately?
Well, of course.
Oh, sure. Hey, why don't you ask them if they've ever heard of turkey snackers?
Well, Mim, who's your friend?
I want you to meet Nancy Lawson. It's my father, Charles Carpenter.
Hi, nice to meet you.
How do you do? Are you an old schoolmate?
Actually, no. We just happened to meet at an employment agency, and we seem to have a lot in common.
One being that we just hate being unemployed.
Father, Nancy was telling me about something earlier this afternoon, a job for us. You're going to love it. Tell her, Nancy.
Well, you have this new shopping mall, and you're going to need retailers, and we'll fill it up for you.
Well, you know, selling retail space demands a lot of expertise and experience. Have you ever done that sort of thing,
Yes,
Miss Lawson?
I have experience in real estate. I've never worked with a shopping complex, but I do know the buyer-seller rat race, and I know what a pretty face can do. And Miriam being your only daughter, well, that's a credential that no franchisers is going to want to pass up.
And what do you expect to get out of this?
It's a job, straight salary. Miriam gets to learn the business, and for you, we fill the place with top-notch retailers. We all win.
Of course, you realize that once the word gets out that my own daughter is leasing for me, under-the-table deals, the offers of payoffs are going to come in hand over fist. Plus the fact that the two of you could skim the life out of me.
Well, at least you keep it in the family. The point is, Mr. Carpenter, with all these things coming in, you're still going to want to fill that place, and you're going to need someone to solicit and screen the applicants. And if a little loose cash comes in, so what?
May I remind you what the business world can do to a couple of young hopefuls like yourselves?
And I say never underestimate the power of a woman.
Oh, Miss Lawson, I stopped doing that the day I was married. Yes, I can see that the two of you are well suited. And I'm quite certain you're going to enjoy working together.
Daddy, thank you.
I'm, sorry about this morning.
I guess I should put that on tape on plate before every dinner.
Russ,
Yeah?
maybe what we're missing is commitment.
You're right. I've had a lot on my mind lately, you know, with the loan and everything. And, well, I'm going to apply for a new loan with somebody else, and when that's all settled, I'll have more time to concentrate on this.
What do you mean concentrate on us?
Well, for starters, no more going to bed so early, or at least not going to sleep.
Russ, when I talk about commitment, I'm talking about marriage. Why do I sound so ashamed or embarrassed when I talk about it, like I'm apologizing? Russ, marriage is a beautiful thing. I want to get married.
Becky, we've talked about this before. Hey, it's just not the right timing.
Well, every time I bring the subject up, you pull this timing stuff out of your hat. Russ, who's to say when it's right or wrong, huh? I love you. You say that you love me. Come on, let's let timing work around us for a change.
Becky, a little application.
What about it?
I put in that little square box, married, and it doesn't look good. Like I'm pushing something, or I had to get married.
They don't care.
They do care, believe me, I've seen it before. Especially when you're going for a private scholarship. When some foundation head has to interview you personally. Now, just trust me, okay? It's not the right thing to do, that's all.
Well, how about if we get married in secret?
Oh, come on, you don't want to live that kind of lie. Why do we keep talking about things that drive us apart from each other? Let's just drop it, okay?